What's going on, people? It's your boy living in London back again. You know the deal. If you're liking the content I'm providing, please, it means the world to me if you subscribe, like, comment, share. Thank you. Shout out to Notification Gang. Shout out to the Subscribe Gang, Donation Gang. Shout out to everyone that's getting involved with this, you know. Shout out to people leaving positive comments. I love them. I'm reading them all. I'll get back to you. I'll go through them. And shout out to the people leaving negative comments. Shout out to the regular trolls. Your boy's got regular trolls out here telling me like just random funny negative shit. I'll take it all with a pinch of salt, people. Fuck it. Hope you like my last video. I know it's controversial, people, but just felt, and I'm not saying I'm right or I'm wrong, it's my opinion. So get in the comments and be constructive. You know, no one's there and I'll get back to you. And what else? So today's video is a bit of a mixed bag. I'm going to do a little update on a situation with Shaun, and I'm going to explain where Dolly's here. But where's the other two gone? Where's the bloody hell Daisy and Joey? So I'm going to explain that situation. That's a bit of a longer story. So first of all, let me get into this Shaun thing, people. Right, so a couple of weeks ago, I was invited onto his show. I said, what? I was gassed. I'm like, yes, I'm doing it, blah, blah, blah. And then I spoke to a couple of people, a few friends and that, and they was like, nah, not sure, this, that, the other. And I was like, why not? And like I'd see, when I mentioned I was going on the podcast, everyone was just like, I'd see a lot of negative comments about Attwood. And for me, I didn't really have a problem with him, but I could just see it wasn't very popular. And even the people I spoke to said, nah, don't do it, man. So until things get cleared up, brother, Mr. Shaun Attwood, I'm gonna respectfully decline. You know, no one's there. I really appreciate the offer, man. And it's a shame that so much just bullshit surrounding like this whole situation right now. But I'm gonna just step back, say thank you, and I'm just gonna keep on my journey. You know, no one's there. And yeah, who knows what happens in the future. But for now, we ain't doing that shit. Anyway, where the bloody hell have my two dogs gone, people? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Gone from 3 dogs to 1, mate. What is happening here? Alright, cool. Now, I couldn't do this story before because my friend was going through it. It's my ex, yeah? But you know how this life thing is, isn't it? It's fucked and it's... People get taken in so many different directions, people, yeah? So I'm going to give you a little story about what happened to me, yeah? So I'm with my ex, like, we're basically split up, but I'm still living there. I told you I didn't have nowhere to go at the time, nowhere to live. I didn't have this flat. I didn't have nowhere to go. So me and her had been together like years though at the time, you know? And told you she was a pill popper, boy. But yeah, so that led on to some harder shit. But see me, I'm oblivious to a lot of stuff, people. Like, I just don't see it, you know? And but anyway, I'm not going to cut out a lot of details, but she got into a bad drug habit, a hard drug habit, yeah? And when I found out, people, I'm not down with that kind of stuff, so I left instantly when I found out. But remember, there's dogs involved. So she kept the dogs at first, and I went to my baby mum's. I didn't take none of the dogs with me. But then she said, look, I'm struggling with the dogs, you need to take 2 of them, because we had 4 at the time, there was another one. So I took Dolly, and it was Dolly's son. I took them, and I was at my baby mum's. So it was there for a bit, and then obviously, you know what happened there, boom, boom, boom. And I got this flat. So from there, I'm in this flat with just Dolly. I left Dolly's son, James, with my baby mum. And so I've just got 1 dog, just Dolly. And then one day I get a random phone call. It was my ex. And she's like, look, you need to come and get these other 2 dogs. Now for me, that was a big surprise, because I know she had a drug habit, but I never thought it was that bad, you know? I just thought it was what it was. Like I said, I'm oblivious to a lot of things. So I went to meet her. It must have been like 2 in the morning, you know, people. I just got the phone call and I knew it was serious. So I went to meet her and I just grabbed the 2 dogs. And for me, watching her just walk off, yeah, like it fucking hurt, man. Because I'm just thinking, this life thing is bugged out, people. You know, like, I'm just watching someone, I've been in a relationship for years, just all of a sudden just go straight off the cliff downhill. And I'm like, how does this happen? Like, how do people like to self-destruct like that? Do you know what I'm saying? It was a painful one, people. So I've taken the 2 dogs back to my house now. Now I've got 3 dogs, yeah? Dolly, Daisy and Joey. But me and my ex, we had an agreement. If she ever gets off drugs, I'll give her the dogs back, like a bit little by little, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's just almost like a pipe dream. You know, when someone's on hard drugs, people, you don't think they're ever going to get off it. Like, it's just a bad situation, man. Bad situation. So, I've got the dogs, people. I had them for like 3 years, all 3 of them. Basically since I had this flat, you know. So I had them for 3 years, and then the other day I get a phone call, and she's like, "Look, I've been off drugs for a couple months. Like, we've still been in contact. I'd borrow her money, like, I'd support her, you know, even though she'd fucking got a new boyfriend and she got this bad drug habit, and literally I'd spent 10 grand in their flat about 9 months before, you know, doing it all up and that. Oh, brother, it was peak, brother. It was such an embarrassment for me. Not embarrassment, heartbreak, like everything, brother. It was just fucked up, that situation, yeah. Shout out to my baby mum, she saved me. So shout out to her. And what else? So yeah, I get the phone call and saying that I've been off drugs for a few months, this, that, the other. Because I hadn't spoken to her for a bit. You know, since I've been doing this YouTube thing, everything's just been getting busy and that. I've just been lost in my own world almost. You know, anyone's there? And I'm like, "You sure?" So, but I could just tell from her face she looked fresher and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, "That's good." And then she's like, "Yeah, I can get the dogs if you want for the weekend." And I'm like, I thought about it, went silent for a bit, and I was thinking, fuck, you know, I love these dogs, you know. But I'm more happy that Kay's off drugs. Fuck, my ex is off drugs. Yo, sorry, babe. But yeah, my ex is off drugs, yeah. And what do we call it? So it's kind of a celebration, and it's a sad time at the time as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit of both, bittersweet, because the dogs are going to be going back to my ex, but also it means that my ex is now getting off drugs and getting her life back together, which I'm fucking over the moon about. You know, the ones there, because not a lot of people can get out of that life, you know, and I think yeah, she's done well to just get out of it before it took a hold of her properly. But yeah, so I'll get the dogs back on Monday. We're just gonna see how it is and that. But yeah, people, that's the story of you know, and it's always good to help people. Like at the time I was pissed. You know, she's got a drug habit. Like I felt mugged off. I'd done the flat up and now I'm leaving it. I didn't really have nowhere else to go. Like there was so much going on, but I knew my ex was a good person. You know, she was cool, and she just got caught up in some bullshit. And like life's hard, isn't it? And we all stumble and we all fall. So even though I was pissed with her for a little while, when I thought about it properly, I thought she's going through some other shit. I need to support her. So I supported her for that whole thing. You know, and I'm proud of myself for that as well, because I could have got in my feelings and been like, fuck her, she's mugged me off, this, that, the other, throwing her life away. But nah, man, I was always giving her advice. You know, just like, I talk to like you guys sometimes. I was constantly telling her, just do better, do better, do better sort of thing. So like, hopefully some of that sunk in. But yeah, fingers crossed now. She stays on the right path. And yeah, you know, she gets the dogs back. But people, yeah, that's just my little story. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment. And for all you drug dealers out there and for all you people selling drugs, trust me, man, there's a cost. There's a cost to the people taking them, for one, and to the family around it that's trying to get the person off it. I've never ever experienced personally like someone I'd loved or someone that I cared about being on hard drugs. Never. And when I see it and the effect and the spiral downhill, like, it's fucked, man. So yeah, that's another thing that made me realise how bad drugs can actually be, especially hard drugs, you know? Some of the party drugs and that, if you want to party. But them hard drugs, you know? It's fucked. It's another situation altogether. So shout out to my ex for fucking sorting her shit out, man, and coming back strong. You know, anyone's there. And anyone suffering with a drug habit and that, bruv, fix up. You know what I'm saying? We can't always be fucking partying and that, escaping reality. Even though I smoke a lot of weed, a lot of people may class it as a drug. I personally don't, even though it does have negative effects. And I wouldn't encourage anyone out there to smoke any weed, to take any drugs, or drink alcohol. Fuck it. It's all escapism, you know what I'm saying? But people, it's your boy living in London. I hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and bloody, yeah, my last video, give me some constructive comments. Peace, I'm out.